Welcome, sisters of the world. This is DeAnna Lam. It is my pleasure to be closing the circle of speakers at the Red Tent Momentum Summit. I hope you've been having a blast. I hope you've been inspired. It is my turn to share my understandings and insights with the questions that I've put on to my women colleagues around the world. So the first question is, why is it important now that women gather to create changes on a grassroots level? So now is all we have. Now is all we have. We can't make changes in the past. That's too long gone. That train has left the station. And we can dream of changes in the future, but that's a dream, that's not action. Action is something you can take right now and only now. You can plan for the future, you can dream about the future, but your action for change is now. So if you've been postponing starting a red tent, if you've been planning for the time to be right, or for the stars to align, or for anything, any preset condition to take place, now is the time. Anything that you set as a condition is an excuse. I had a teacher who once said, take imperfect action. Take an imperfect action. You don't have to wait for it to be perfect. You have to just take the action. So gather with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women together. Make your first red tent. It is something that cannot wait because the world can't wait. The more red tents we have, the more we're changing the world. The second question that I've put to my colleagues is, what do women need to start gathering in red tents? And my answer is passion. That's all. Just your will. The fact that you wish to gather in a red tent is enough to begin a red tent. You don't have to have skill or a special place or any equipment. You just gather. You can gather in your living room. Red tents can be anything from women gathering to just share their stories to circles that are facilitated by professional women. Of course, there are many of those. However, you don't have to be there to start. You don't have to start at the top of the mountain. You start climbing the mountain on the bottom, one step at a time. So there's nothing you need. You just need to want to have a red tent, invite one woman and start. Just start with sharing inspiration about your spirit, your journey as a woman. That is what I invite you to do. No more excuses, no more postponing, no more anything that will delay you from starting a red tent right away, right here, right now. And I want to give you a sneak preview. I will offer after the summit, I will offer a class that will hold your hand, how to do that, how to do the advertising, the promotion and the activities and all of that. I would like to help you because I would like you to be successful. But all you need to start is you and another woman and your wish. That's all. All right, the third question was, how would a strong red tent momentum change the world? So the world is linear, and by us bringing the circle to bear, the more circles there are, the more consciousness of circle we're creating. And the world needs a circle consciousness. The world needs to move out of the linearity straitjacket, which linearity has its place, but side by side with cyclicity. So we are bringing to a picture that's cut in half, which is only linearity, we're bringing the other half, the cyclicity, the way we women do things, which is in a circle, which is the egg that has been waiting for being fertilized. It's not a linear thing, it's a circular cycle that have been waiting from the moment of your first blood. And whether you have biological children or not, the egg consciousness is a cyclical consciousness. It's a consciousness of collaboration. It's a consciousness of cycle. It's a consciousness of the cyclicity of womanhood that is missing in the world right now. And how we change the world is by bringing this to bear in our own life, realizing that we don't have to run anymore to be doing and achieving in a linear way, that we can change that for our own life and how we do things together with other women in the red tent in a cyclical way, in a collaborative way, in a consciousness of a circle. That's what the world needs to be changed. So what I'd like to invite you to do is to ponder all the messages you've received from all the speakers and from what I've offered you today, and to be ready, to be inspired to take the next step, whether you are already holding red tents or whether you are about to hold your first one. I would like to offer you support, and look in your mailbox. Soon you will receive an invitation to, I'm going to say it for the first time here, to the Red Tent Academy. I'm revealing here the name of the class that I'd like to offer you. I'd like to offer you a Red Tent Academy to show you the ropes of how to sustain a red tent for the long run, and how to be able to offer it to women and hopefully also be sustained financially from it yourself. So stay tuned to the Red Tent Academy. Be inspired, bring your women friends, and together, as usual, we are changing the world.